Hello and welcome to China Daily's Big Talk. Today we will be talking about education with Professor Pavalkis from the Ministry of Education and Science of Lithuania. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hello.
For starters, what brings you here to China? What's the purpose of your visit?
The first purpose of the visit was to attend the World Economy Forum in Tianjin, summer meeting, and it was really a very interesting meeting. I attended it first time like this, and in fact, very important people came here, like your Prime Minister Lee. So he made a beautiful speech. I think China should be proud they have such a prime minister who understands science and technology and innovation importance for the country. So I would like to have such a prime minister. So it was really interesting. Another thing what we did in different sessions, I met a lot of professors of CEO of enterprises from China who are quite well organized and entrepreneurial and understanding global trends of business, education, science, technology transfer making in the world. So it was really interesting to meet them. I got a lot of contacts, a lot of visiting cards, so we will keep on going for the future collaboration.
All right, great. So let's go back to education. Can you tell us something about education in Lithuania, just to give us a general idea of how it's like to grow up and study in the country?
In Lithuania we have, I think, quite ordinary education in means of organization. We have preschool segment, we have school for 12 years, and we have vocational training, we have higher education like colleges who are giving higher education but not university degree, and we have universities. Of course, in the universities you can go further after bachelor studies to master studies, for which in fact I would say could apply any people from abroad, from China as well, and PhD studies, which are the last step in our educational system. So it's functioning probably quite well.
Well, I think a lot of Chinese students are interested in studying abroad, but usually they choose the States or UK. Is there any advantage that Lithuania has to provide for international students to attract them to come to Lithuania?
What I already told, let's say for master studies, we are paying tuition fee and even giving some stipends to survive. So it's in fact for foreigners, if they are successful applicants, it's free of charge, which is probably not the case with United States.
So you were saying students, applicants can get scholarship from the school.
Yes.
How do you get scholarship from the school?
We, as a ministry, we are making some fund available, and through this fund, we are financing applicants who are accepted into the universities. So it's we want more international collaboration. So our aim is to attract more willing to learn to do something people from abroad. It's not necessarily China. It could be Russia or Kazakhstan or India or something,
yeah.
and
Anywhere,
from anywhere, not only from European Union. To bachelor studies, we accept and pay for only from European Union countries, or if we have some agreement in between ministries, we pay as well. So with China, we have some scholarships available from Lithuanian side, and there are Chinese government scholarships for Lithuanian students coming to China, and it is on the joint project basis. So it is.
Do you know how many international students are there in Lithuania?
In Lithuania, we have about 3–4% of all students are international students. What I want to say is that since 4 or 5 years, we introduced programs in English and in Russian. So the number of the students are raising. The majority of students are coming from countries like India, Bangladesh, Kazakhstan, Russia, and about half of them are coming from European Union countries. Majority of them is from Sweden, Spain, Germany, and of course Israel is quite a big number of students coming to Lithuania.
What's the general cost to study in a Lithuanian university?
It depends on what specialty you stay. You mean bachelor studies?
Bachelor.
Bachelor, yeah. So bachelor studies comes from approximately $2,000 for social sciences and humanities per year.
$2,000. That's much cheaper than the U.S.
Yeah. But I'm saying, and it comes to approximately $6,000 if you stay in medicine, or it comes up to 10 or 12,000 if it is arts, because it depends of how much of the teachers' capacities universities should have. So if you are a singer, so you need some teacher working directly with you alone. So it's not a class, big classes, so it makes difference in prices. But generally it's like this.
Okay, and as we know, Lithuania has one of the best basketball teams in the world. I wonder, how much does physical education attribute to it?
Yeah, basketball is we sometimes joke it is like national religion, because basketball team was all the time considered as a showing up what Lithuania is. And the first time we win world championship, it's before Second World War. Of course, with the help of Lithuanians who emigrated to United States. So they came back to Lithuania and made a team, and we win this championship in '35, I guess. So it's as a out-of-class activities, probably the basketball is one of the main sport fields what our children and students are doing. And our students, national students team on basketball win the second place in the World Games of the students. So it's all the time about basketball. So it's like in United States, the stars from Hollywood. So in Lithuania, the stars from the basketball we have in our society. So everybody knows everything about basketballists.
I think playing basketball is a great hobby, and I see on your resume you have a lot of hobbies like climbing and cooking and hunting, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, how do you find a balance between your hobbies and academic performance? I'm only asking this because a lot of Chinese students are having difficulties to find a balance.
You need to live fast. Now it's people are talking about slow way of living. So unfortunately, I'm of the old generation, and we did it fast. So I did a medical career. I was the director of the huge university hospital with nearly 3,000 beds. So I was in the private hospital as a director. I did my professorship. I studied in Moscow, London, New York, Fort Lauderdale, and so you know you should be active, and it helps to somehow to keep balance between this everything. Because you can say, I've been here, I saw how Chinese are doing something, I know what the Russians are doing, I know how Americans are thinking, and it makes easier to communicate, to understand what's happening in the world. And then in climbing, let's say, I just 3 weeks after climbing in Italian Alps. So when you hang on the rope, on the on the wall like this, so you don't think about teachers, you don't think about schools, you don't think about universities, you just want to survive, and it cleans your mind very well. So I think this differences in acting is very important for each people.
If I'm correct, your parents were both engineers. What made
Sure.
you decide to study medicine instead? And
I don't know.
you don't know.
I don't know, but from the 3 years of age, I was saying I will be the surgeon. I don't know pronounce it very well, but it was from the 3 years, and I can't really fix why.
What's your view on traditional Chinese medicine?
We visited University of Traditional Chinese Medicine. I met rector of the university and personnel. It's, you know, in Lithuania, this method of treatment of Chinese medicine we call non-traditional. Because for Lithuania it's not traditional, it is not Western style treatment. But anyway, such treatments like Chinese massage, acupuncture is quite popular in Lithuania. And I think we will find some place for collaboration. For the beginning, we agreed that acupuncture training would be this what is Lithuanian doctors can understand, because to understand all Chinese medicine you need to stay probably 20 years in China to learn Chinese language, and then you can understand what it means in reality. So, but acupuncture is very clear, and I try on myself. You see, I am still alive.
Yeah, very healthy.
Yeah, it was not painful, and so I think we will manage to collaborate with this university.
I think medicine is a really great major for students to go, but I couldn't. I went to mass media. So, are there any? What's the best program in Lithuania colleges?
In Lithuanian universities, we have different programs, but the best are probably connected with the medicine. Medicine, pharmacy, biotechnologies. We have a quite strong biotechnological industry and research facilities. So this one, probably physics and laser science, it's good in Lithuania on the level of world-class lasers, especially specialized for different purposes. What else? Social sciences, but they differ from country to country. And I always advocate, as we have a problem in Europe, lack of engineers and technologists. So as a state, we are putting more money into the fields of so-called STEM education.
Oh, STEM.
STEM, you know what
Yeah,
is STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So I introduced mathematics exam to graduate secondary school, and so we are pushing people towards this engineering specialties, as we have a lot of social sciences and humanities unemployed, and they prepare too much because it's easy, and it is lack of engineers, technologists in the industry in Lithuania and in all Europe. In Europe, we need right now about 2 million of engineers. So we are pushing to this direction.
Okay. As we know, China's education market is booming and has rocketed in the recent 10 years. Do you think Lithuania will have a place in China's education market?
Yes, but but yours students from one small town will come and it will fulfill all the facilities of Lithuania. So I think for bachelors it could be, but for a master degree and especially for PhD, it could be quite interesting place. As we finished our scientific research valleys, we call valleys like Silicon Valley in the United States, but it is concentrated facilities for research, making state-of-art laboratories and everything, and we are gradually finishing the building of these facilities. So it will be a shortage of real scientists and those who want to make science and research and so on. So this field, in this field, of course, we will open places to apply for all foreigners like with master degrees.
My next question is, how's the job market in Lithuania after people graduate from schools? Can they get a job immediately?
Problem is that some they do not want to get job, and it's a problem through Europe and the United States. They prefer to stay on social, as I say, stipend, and not to go for a job. But generally, we have an employment rate about 10%, but out of 10%, 5 is those who don't want to work. They are happy living like they are, and so on. And these 5% are or totally unskilled workers, or are with university degree and high expectation on salary, position, career, but there is no places for them. So
aiming for the best job.
yes,
Perfect job.
yes. So I think the situation with employment in Lithuania is normal, a little bit above average of European Union.
Oh, very good, very good. So is there any chance you're going to teach in a Chinese university in the future?
Myself?
Yeah.
Oh, why not? I was giving lectures in different universities, starting Prague University, Athens University, in Cornell, in the United States, and so on and so on. So it could be interesting, but of course to learn Chinese language, it's I think for me already it's impossible. I'm too old for that.
It's never too old to
Never
learn.
too old.
Never too old.
Okay.
Can you give us some advice for Chinese students who are looking for a job here?
I think before they became those who are looking for a job, they need to think about what to study, not to look for a job, but let the job look for them. So choose a good, if not university, a good vocational school or a community college or something to get a specialty which is needed. And of course, for that you need to read some papers, to read some internet about situation, where is China moving. And as I understood from your Prime Minister, China is moving towards high-tech technology, innovation, biotechnology, and cosmic technology field. So for sure in the next 10 or 20 years, these specialties connected with this high-tech sector will be booming. So I would suggest you go for engineers, mathematics, technologists, and it will ensure your employment.
Is there any way China can cooperate with Lithuania in these sectors?
Yes, we can. As I told earlier, there are some fields we are quite strong in the world market of science and research and industry. One thing what we can really cooperate is our understanding of East and Central European market. We trade quite a lot with Belarus, with Russia, with Poland, and with Scandinavian countries. So we can sometimes be advisors for Chinese industries and even politics. What in fact is happening in these small countries, because sometimes it's difficult to understand what are the differences between Latvia and Lithuania, or what is opposition between Poland and Lithuania, why the Swedish are all the time joking on Finland. So, you know, such internal things, what is from the distance is difficult to understand. So I think Lithuania can be of help for China in this respect.
I think China and Lithuania should get to know each other better before we can do more cooperation in the future. Right?
Of course, and our visit, and thank you, this visit to China daily is the steps we are moving towards the common understanding.
Right. Thank you for talking to us, Minister.
Thank you.